Hi everyone, this is Nez. This is a new video, but this is not what I usually do. Usually I'm been playing video games or doing some kind of commentary or, something funny. But I've actually been working on a little project and I wanted to share it with you guys. This is a program that I've made through looking at different guides to try and figure out if I ever were to stream, like on Twitch.tv or any other service, like maybe YouTube, um, how could I show the title of the song I'm going to play while I'm playing? Because I want to give credit to any song that I play, and I know a lot of people in a lot of different streams or other services want to ask, what song are you playing? Where can I find it? So I wanted to make a program that people could use so that they could easily have whatever song they're playing, in the background, so people didn't have to ask all the time. And I made this, so here's what it is. If you don't know, this is in Visual Studio. I'm using C Sharp, just because that's the language that I most prefer. And I just have a little form right here. It's a little hard to see where you are, but it's a form that basically just says no song selected when you're originally going. And then, in terms of the coding portion, we do pretty simply. We use a timer, and this is on every ticket updates. And we just have text, as you can see here, label text.left is what we use, and that looks at the text, and then it makes sure to move it to the left by increments of 20. And then, of course, this if statement here, what it will do is it will eventually move the text from the left side screen back to the right side screen once it's off screen. If that makes any sense. Now, I couldn't include my actual files in terms of my file paths, but I made a little example for everyone to see. So as you can see selected, what you would do is you'd use a file name. So in this case, it'd be C, users, your name, app data roaming, VLC, and then the text file. From here, I made sure that the files could be read through what I use string name and string artist. And down here is just where I kind of refine it and actually change it into the text. Before I go any further, it's very important to mention that the way this is set up, I'm actually playing all of my music through VLC Media Player. This is just super convenient because not only does VLC have a really, really good playlist system that allows people to make whatever playlist they want with all the music they've already downloaded, and it's very seamless, doesn't really lag. But also there's an important add-on, which I'll make sure to put in the description, but this is important. There's an add-on that allows you to retrieve the name along with album and artist and a bunch of other information from whatever file you're playing, I believe through the metadata, which is awesome because that means it allows you to basically get the name of the song and the person who did it, and maybe even if you want to include that, the album it came from. So it's very, very convenient and very, very nice. So yeah, it's really, really, really good. So down here, what I was talking about, this part, I want to make sure that whenever I'm playing a song, it doesn't include the .mp3 that's usually at the end of every song name. So from here, this is just a quick if statement that checks to make sure, okay, do we have .mp3 in the title? If we do, get rid of it. Further on, right here, we have a series of if statements. I apologize for not using case or switch statements, as I'm still relatively new to programming, but it's pretty simple. Basically, it checks to make sure the name does not equal space, because if you don't know, with this add-on, if you're not playing a song of any kind, it basically will revert it to just a space inside the text file. So we're checking to make sure if it doesn't equal that, continue on. Otherwise, we'll say a message down here. It says sorry, the song information is currently unavailable. But let's say we do have a name other than just space. It will check from there, okay, do we have an artist name? If we do, then it's going to do the song, the name, and the artist. Everything else in between is just fluff that I've added to make it look nicer. And then the else statement accompanying that if statement, so if we don't have the artist, it will just do the song, because maybe there is a song, but maybe the artist forgot to put their name on it or something, so you only really have the song name. This way, you can just have the song. So that's all the code. Last bit, down here, last part I almost forgot, very important, is in order to update the text, you want to make sure that the label, in this case my label is called label txt for text, you want to make sure you refresh it using this method. So make sure to do label txt.refresh at the very end, so that way all the changes that you've made are refreshed. Now that's all the code that I have. You can go through the video and make sure to copy it if you want. Like I said, you can use this code. I really don't mind. I'd actually probably prefer it, because I'd like to see more people be able to use something like this. It'd probably be more convenient for everyone else. So please, you can use my code. I really don't care. If you make any improvements to it, if you find something that makes it better, please let me know in the comments below, or just give me any suggestions so I can improve it, because it'd just be nice to try to make more improvements to this. So let's see this in action. I'm going to pick a song. Let's do Slow Pogo. Pretty good song. And then one thing I forgot to mention is when you're in VLC Media Player, after you download this file, this add-on for VLC Media Player, you have to make sure you go to the tab that says View, and then you have to go to Now Playing in Text. That's what the add-on is called. So let me switch it over so that way you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. So let's go over to, let's see if I can find exactly what it is. Hold on one second. I'm trying to figure out if I can actually show VLC Media Player through window capture. I believe so, but let's make sure. Here we go. Here we go. Let me just adjust this for you guys so that way you can see. Okay, so for what you want to do, right? Top, it's going to say View. You're going to go down. This is not showing up, but you're going to go down from View, and it's going to say at the very, very bottom, Now Playing in Text. That's what you want to click. You want to make sure there's a check mark right next to it. That will update the program, which is very important. Also, it's important to note that this will work if the music you have is paused, but if it's completely stopped, then the program will crash, because there's basically the file has nothing in it, or it doesn't exist, and so the name and the artist cannot be filled, because basically the file can't be accessed. I'm not entirely sure what causes this. If anyone does know, then I greatly appreciate it, but that's the one bug in it, is you can't have the program open and then also have no music playing. You have to have music paused. So that's why I usually use this maybe in like a streaming format where you can have music playing continuously, or you can pause music. But if you just stopped, then this program will crash, and you'll have to go back through Open VLC Media Player. You'll have to go back to View. You'll have to turn this on, because unfortunately the one thing that I never got to that is a little inconvenient is every time you open VLC Media Player, you have to enable now playing in text every single time, which is a little annoying. But I believe there's a script or something you can get or that you can download that will automatically have all of your extensions started on startup. But I have not downloaded this. I have not checked into it. And honestly, for just this one extension, I don't really think it's worth going through the hassle. You could, but I don't really see the need to. So make sure if you don't have that script, if you don't go the extra mile, every time you open VLC Media Player, you have to make sure that the extension now playing in text is enabled. So make sure that's enabled. Make sure you have some kind of music paused. You can open the program and play it. And it should work perfect. So whatever song you're playing. And then it works even on, so say I decide to skip through this music and it goes to a different song. It should automatically switch. Here we go. I believe that's just my streaming software that caused it to temporarily crash. If you don't have the particular streaming software I have, then you should be okay. I believe it's just because I'm capturing VLC Media Share right now, which is causing it to do that. But as you can see, now the song has automatically updated. And I'm just going to pause that for 1 second. There we go. But as you can see, this should be pretty nice in terms of practicality. Just because you can have music playing, you can have all this music downloaded. It can be any playlist that you want. What is it? I'm not going to show here, but I'll make sure there's a link in the description for how you can make playlists. You can also add music to playlists, I'm pretty sure. So, like I said, super convenient. But what you could do is you can make different playlists. You can have a playlist of all the music that you've gotten permission to use, or it's like public domain music where they don't really mind. And then you could use this software to kind of play the music, but also have the name and the person who made it right there in the video. I would not recommend using this for music that you want to play, but it requires attribution, just because different sites require different standards for their attributions. And I don't know if this software would technically count as an attribution on all platforms. Let's say SoundCloud, for instance. I don't know if you could use this program to attribute someone's music on SoundCloud. I would still make sure you have a proper citation. You could check my other videos I've made on the channel. I try to be very by the books in terms of giving people credit, just because I think it's important. But if you want to play music that you do have full rights to, or there's like a mutual agreement between you and someone else, that allows you to use the software as a way of showing who made it, what the song is, totally fine by me. Just, that's a fair warning. If you want to use this, I would be a little careful around that. But otherwise, just wanted to show you the software. Just want to see it in action. So yeah, that's all I really have. If you like this kind of content, if you like seeing me doing coding stuff like that, or if you want to see me something even more fun that's not necessarily streaming software or anything like that, then just let me know. Alright, I hope you all have a great day. Bye-bye.